Dragonfire, the Well of Souls. Yesterday, we spent 4 hours ducking around in a swamp. Like 3 different times I was like, okay, this is it, this is what we need. Alright, and nothing happened. And that was after spending like 1 hour. Let it go, yeah. I've actually never watched that movie. I only know that there are memes about it, and as that line on this song, I've never actually listened to the full song. I think I've heard that line in memes, and that's about it. It's so nice to be removed from culture sometimes. Anyway. I don't know, like I was looking at the analytics for yesterday's stream. I actually had a lot of people interested in watching me almost falling asleep trying to pixel hunt for 3 hours, 4 hours in a row. I made a map. I'm actually gonna pull it up because I'm gonna use it for a moment here. Let's see if I can find it. I don't remember. I usually put maps on the end of the book. Here. Yeah, my camera will probably show it. I didn't go as high as I thought I was gonna be, but this is sort of like the map that we drew yesterday. Camera? Camera, please? Is the camera... Did the camera set itself back to what it was before? Without telling me. That's so inconsistent. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to... Wait, did I mess up my camera? I like this music. Okay, this is the normal. If I do this, it does this. Alright, but now you think you can see the map. Yeah, there we go. This is the little map we drew yesterday. And if you were here for it, let me... There. If you were here for it, on every single scene that I went through, I pixel hunted for items. I found a bunch of hidden shit. I found gold behind nothing. I found gold hidden behind the interface. Like, I was very thorough, okay? I also pixel hunted for exits. I checked every place like 2, 3, 4 times to make sure if it was like a single exit or if like a pixel to the left it's a different exit. Some places were a little broken on the map even. So I was very thorough. Speaking of being thorough, I didn't post the notification on Discord. That's how thorough I am. Let me fix that just a second here. Yes. And... Yes. Yes. Okay. Alright, so I was very thorough. I went everywhere. I checked everything. And I couldn't find, like, I tried, I got to a point where, okay, you know what, I'm gonna look at a guide. And there are no guides. I'm going to look at forum discussions. I found one in Czech, which I did translate, and there was nothing there. Then a very good friend and mod on this channel, Sakura, went ahead and tried to find videos and playthroughs of it. And they only found, like, an incomplete playthrough that it was just like 4 hours or whatever, I don't know, and it didn't get to the part where I was at, so there was nothing. Now, to my luck, McCall was here yesterday in chat and he mentioned he played the game, and I remembered that he did. So after the stream I went hunting for his VODs and I found it, and I didn't look at anything because I want to go spoiler free. I just wanted like a small hint. And it pisses me the fuck off that for all the hours and hours of pixel hunt and carefully scrolling around the screen trying to find everything, I actually managed to miss an exit. Now, I'm going to show you guys a place that has an exit that I took a long time to find. And then I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna get to the scene where the exit that I missed is. And I want you guys to tell me straight to my face that it was my fault. Because I don't think it was. So let me move over here, let me wait for the capture to pick up. Let's start the game and not actually wait. Yep, let's start the timer. And it skipped the intro, it doesn't matter. Hello there, Sacro, you just missed my explanation. Do you guys... Observe. I have 6 health potions. I have six health potions. My hands are here, okay? I'm gonna step away. Okay, let me pull. I'm gonna step away from the computer, okay? No, I'm over here. Here are my hands. I'm gonna lower the volume, okay? I guess I can't change the volume. Oh, the joys of emulation. And stream. Alright. Alright, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm gonna find someone to raid. Oh, man. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Let me follow with the map here briefly. I'm gonna go down to the where the gecko was. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit online, but I want to show this to you guys. I'm here. Now I have to move here. Do you know what happened? I can't believe this shit. I think it was like halfway through, like right in the middle of volume up and volume down, and on its own it slid down and it used another potion. Why wasn't this a problem before? I don't even know like I would love to know the hotkeys to use these items. I don't. And I'm surprised that it's like the same volume down to go through all the slots. I would expect each slot to be a different key. Maybe there's a hotkey like use a healing potion if you have one. Okay, so here we head towards a swamp. Then we go to the bottom left to get to a nondescript scene. Then we go bottom left again to get to a hut. Then we go bottom left to go to a series of huts. Then we go left to a nondescript room. Left again towards the precipice. Right towards the broken bridge. Right towards where the stone was. And I want to show you guys briefly, just as a reference point. There is an exit on this scene, right, that took me work to find. If you were here yesterday, you know where that exit is. Like, if you go here, there's... The exit is here. Although it's also here. Is this a different exit? No, it's the same. It ends on this scene, like if you click here or if you click here. This apparently is kind of like going down. towards something. It looks so... It doesn't look like... Maybe it looks like it's a sort of a valley. I don't know. I'm trying to be generous with the game, but I'm going to go to where we are supposed to go. If I can find it. And then I want you guys to... Because you did see yesterday, I did pixel hunt everything. Absolutely all of it. Actually, like, I was so angry. I was trying to look at the VOD, and when I saw Macaw go out towards in that direction, I just closed the VOD. I'm not actually sure where it is. Like, I was over everything 100 times yesterday. I spent sometimes like 2 minutes on the scene pixel hunting. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is the one. Chat, there is an exit here that I missed yesterday. On this scene. Can you guys guess where it is? Now it's kind of obvious to me, of course, it seems like it's obvious. Freaking hell, man, I mouse over. Yeah, this is the scene that had coins hidden here that you couldn't see. Precisely, thank you for remembering, Sunfall. There were coins here, you had to remove the interface to see them. Now, where in here, like, we came through here, right? I mouse over everything, and if you go here, there is an exit going up. Where do you guys think is the other exit? Do you see another exit here? I'm just calming my nerves with this bullshit. The cave wall or some dumb shit. Yeah, this is an entrance. This is an entrance. This, all of this. Like, yeah, I didn't mouse over the nondescript rock. I'm sorry, game. I forgot to mouse over gray stone. Alright. If I go here and I try to pick up the book. Interesting. I'm curious if you can pick it up with even though it's attacking you. Just curious. Like maybe the entire thing with the... No, you can't. I just wanted to make sure. Half of the title satisfied. That's... I hadn't realized. All we need is a well of souls and then we can be out of here. Yeah, here is usable, so here is where you put this thing. So yeah. I didn't see what happened, I went out by accident. Okay, I have to reload and see. I left by accident, I was trying to avoid taking damage. Oh, it's just scared? It's scared. Fine. And now you can take the Book of Belfragor. Like, there are 4 consonants in a row on that name. I know it's fine, but it just... We're out of this. We're going to the next level. We're going to get a different music. Stop looking at a swamp. Like... I had a discussion... Where am I? I had a discussion once, I think it was with Absentia. Fuck Act 3 on Diablo 2, man. I fucking hate the swamp on that shit. Like, the act kind of gets better later, but the swamp just kills everything for me. You're actually meaning to make a joke about the name of the tabletop RPG. Totally forgot the name is literally called Dragonfire. Yeah, Dragonfire, the Well of Souls. We got Dragonfire. I think it's not going to be Dragonfire and the Well of Souls at the same time. It's called Dragon's Bane in America. I had no idea. Where is it called Dragonfire then? Because it's not called Dragonfire in Sweden, where it's from. It's called Drakar och Demoner. You guys see how good I am at pronouncing ach? I learned that from this puppeteer that had a character called Akbar, who would get pissed off at him because his name was not Akbar, it was Akbar. And he was like, it's not Akbar, it's Akbar. And then I figured out how to pronounce it correctly. It's useful for several languages. It's a trap. Not that Akbar, but yeah, yeah, no, yeah, okay. It's Akbar. Was kind of an offensive character, actually, I think. I guess I have so much trouble sometimes figuring out what is and what isn't offensive. We still use the R word down here like it's nothing. I try to avoid it, but it's kind of part of common parlance down here.
The Book of Balthagor. Many thanks. Now cross my bridge with no fear.
Okay, I'm gonna save because I could barely hear him, but I didn't want to raise the volume and use all of the consumables again. Let me try. Nope, I can't. Okay, let me put the volume where I want it to again. Really, it wasn't doing this yesterday. The is still in Loch, Scottish word for lake that's mostly associated with the Loch Ness monster. Pretty much the only use of it in colloquial English. I've actually seen you guys say Loch Ness frequently, actually, that I can't remember. But yeah, Loch Ness monster. It makes more sense to my ears. Alright, next level. Yeah! Level 6. The Catacombs. Finally, you are here. Pray it is not too late. Rowena has already used the portal to enter the keep, and she's on her way to the Well of Souls. There we go, we got the rest of the title, we can get out of here. She has many idle friends in the Catacombs. Alright, so we're gonna finish the title on the 7th level. I presume. Like, 7 is a good number. So I think it's going to be 7 levels. I was expecting 5, but what game ends on a swamp? Are there any games where the final level is on a swamp or on sewers? Like, those are the worst places to have a final... No, there is one. Is there any game where the final level is a water level? Why am I going off track? Borrowing of Kala. Hala? I'm not familiar, actually. my mind wants to go into a tangent here on how much I freaking hate Super Mario Sunshine. Like, Mario games for me are like up here. I freaking love them. Like, call me a normie, whatever. And then you have freaking Sunshine below zero, and then you go to the stratosphere with Super Mario Galaxy. That game is dog shit. It's like, okay, let's get a water level on a tropical island, alright? Everyone hates that. Let's make the entire game be just that, over and over again. Oh, you're jumping, you're having fun jumping on enemies? Yeah, no, stop. Use the water pack. Alright? Stop everything you know about Mario. Float around with a dumb water pack, alright? Alright, do you want to go out and jump on enemies? No, stop. Aim them and shoot at them. You're gonna eat your broccoli. Alright? Fucking hate that game, like, I swear to God. It took me so many tries to just rush through the damn thing to actually finish it, man. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's a type of bread, okay. But then I haven't actually heard of it. Like, you know, I'll die on this hill, man. Like, it's like the worst Mario game and the best Mario game were released one after the other. Because I was talking about a final level that takes place in a water level. Well, all levels in Mario Sunshine take place in water levels. Final boss fight on that game is such a letdown. It's like everything else. Okay, no tangents. Let's go back here. She has many idle friends in the catacombs, but your greatest challenge will be to find the 3 keys. I bet they're gonna be like really tiny pixel hunting things. They are necessary to activate the portal. A last word of help. There are 3 Death Knights set to guard the portal from unwanted intruders. You'll have to defeat them to continue your mission. You can't stand Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 is one of those games that, you know, I saw it back then, it blew my mind. Everyone had their minds blown back then. And it did a lot of very good stuff. Ah, shit. It did a lot of good stuff because it was like treading new ground and everything. And I do appreciate all of that a lot. And at the time, I had a lot of fun with it. I went back to play it recently. And it's not bad. It's way better than fucking Sunshine. But the controls on that are slightly broken once you've got used to anything after it. Like, I remember, like, at some point stopping, okay, what is wrong with this? I was on a ledge. I tried to go back and he did this. Like, let me do a full circle to turn around, and then he dropped off the ledge. And I was like, okay, this is what I hate about controls in this game. It's good, in my opinion. But it aged as well as a 3D game from 1996 could age, I suppose. It was revolutionary. The game is going. I found the dragon. I missed an exit on that was in a wall. Like, I had to mouse over a stone brick wall that I hadn't considered would actually be an exit. Does this game feature the voice of Sean Connery? That would be very good. Crack, Junior. I can't do impressions. Oh, I hate skeletons. Shit. And they're all here. And there goes my health already. In all honesty, I think this was good enough. Hello there, King Singularity and Happy Cakes. Oh, do you guys want to see something funny? Anyone that comes on here, I'm gonna show it again. Look. My hands are over here. I don't know why it's doing this. It wasn't doing this yesterday. My hands are here. The keyboard is all the way over there, okay? I'm going to change the volume. Alright, I'm going to lower the volume, okay? I have no idea why. They have a lot of potions in here.
That's more like it.
That's suspicious. Music is decent for this. I'm going to start already carefully. You know what? Fuck everything. Let's map this. Let's map this right now. I don't want to waste any more time than I have to. Is that another... What is that? I missed that. Of course... Of course I missed it. It was behind the interface again. I think it's a bomb and I think it's not necessary, but... It was hidden behind the interface. And you can't drop it on the ground without it exploding. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna write down bomb. If we need it. I don't think we're gonna need it for anything. Why did he say when I picked up an item? I think that's what he said, that's more like it. Okay, now you come to this room. And it has 3 exits. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go here. Careful with the enemies, there are gonna be enemies around. I can hear them already. Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of enemies in here. They're not giving us potions because they're nice.
You little bastard.
You little bastard. Come on. Okay, anything here? No. I'll imagine we have to find 3 keys. Imagine if it is like one of these little things here is a key and I don't mouse over the correct one. Okay. Still took damage. Whatever, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna cancel because of that. These spiders, they always die in one hit, but they can and will do a lot of damage to you if not quick enough. Like that. Got a quack out of me. Okay. More mapping. It's going to be a lot of enemies on this level, I can already tell. These guys are not approaching me properly. It's kind of weird. Okay, we continue to get exits in this direction. I started my map a little bit too high on the paper, it seems. Here you have a locked door. At least it looks like it. Let me make sure. No, it isn't locked. It looked like it was closed. Can you please die already? I hate these skeletons. They do a lot of damage before I kill them. There was another one here. It's actually a good thing that I bought all those potions on the previous level. Okay, I'm going to have to continue the map elsewhere because I'm running out of space. Right, so A connects here and then I have an exit to the top left. I feel like this place is going to be very long.
So much filth, so little time.
The fuck? Okay, I can't kill these guys now. They're still gonna take a bunch of health. You little bastard. Alright, there is no exits. Really? Let me make sure. But yeah, there are no exits. Alright. Okay, that makes things easier. It has a portal. Do I dare? I don't know where it's going to take me. Or how to map it. Okay, I know that this exists. I'm gonna go back, maybe connects to another passage that I left behind. So, from portal to here, down left through A. Then we go down right. And down right again. And then we can go down left. All the enemies. Shit.
Thank you.
Welcome in Secrets of the Forgotten and Raiders from Secrets of the Forgotten channel. Welcome in everyone. Thanks for the raid, my friend. I'm Corporate. I stream. That's a magical bow and arrow. I hadn't seen one of those yet. Give me a second here. Okay, yeah, the shield is helping against these guys. Alright, yeah. Welcome in everyone. Corporate stream from Sundays to Fridays, always an old game. Usually I try to get something obscure. This is Dragonfire, the Well of Souls. A Diablo-like from Sweden where you can play as a duck, so why wouldn't you? Welcome in Liluchiro. The game looks interesting. Welcome in Balmer. It is interesting. It's very interesting. It's bullshit sometimes. It's very bullshit sometimes. Spent 5 hours ducking around in a swamp, but we finally managed to get some progress. It's surprisingly difficult, and I started mapping the levels because it can be quite confusing as well. And we got a magic bow. I hadn't even noticed. Jesus, that's going to take all of my potions to clear out these guys. Okay, if I die I reload. I'm not gonna use another potion yet. Jesus. You're watching a bit last night. I was trying to find a dragon. Yeah. I had to click. Hang on. Save here. Yes. Load. I think I can show it actually. Let me show you what I didn't get yesterday. Right, this was the dragon. I want to show you why I couldn't find it. This is an exit, okay, kind of looks like you can go there. This is an exit, kind of looks like you can go there. I spent 5 hours mousing over everything trying to find items or exits. Apparently this wall, this hard solid gray piece of shit here is an exit that you click. And if you click on this wall, you go inside a cave. That's what I couldn't find for 5 hours yesterday. So there you go. That's very troll, yes. Okay, I'm here on the map. Are the enemies done? Here they are. What do we have here? This is nothing, this is just decoration. Nothing, nothing. There is a healing potion and a passage that goes bottom left. You want to know what is bullshit? Well, there's a lot of bullshit to be had here. It's a very good game. It's surprisingly high quality, but it's ripe with bullshit. Let me show you what is bullshit. And it's a matter of presentation. Like that one with the cave was like, it doesn't look like a passage. And this one, it's probably on purpose. If I told you there is an item on this scene, can you find it? You would mouse over everything. There is no item here. Ah, but if you click this button on the interface, you hide it. Oh! There's a bomb here. You have to hide the interface to find the item. This was released. No, I'm not actually sure, but I would be surprised. Most of the time it's for 95 and it also runs on 98. Like, I don't... Of course I'm gonna say this and you guys are gonna come up with a heft of examples of course there are here a bunch of games that work on 98 but not on 95. But I'm pretty sure that I saw someone play this on Windows 95, so it should run there. I just use a 98 machine because I think it's going to be more compatible. But I know people who use nothing but Windows 95 machines and they run everything. Later games dropped to 95 before Windows XP? Interesting. Back then, please don't cancel me, okay? Back then I thought Windows Millennium Edition was awesome. I only learned a long time later that everyone hated it and I was like, really? I really liked it. It came with like the equivalent of Windows Plus or Microsoft Plus already included. I liked it, I had it, all my friends upgraded to Millennium Edition, we stuck with it until XP. I only saw Windows 2000 when I was starting to like deal with work. Saw it once or twice. XP era, well, XP era is... If a game is released 2001 or forwards, I wouldn't bring it to Windows 98. Exceptions apply, of course. I can't get Windows XP to run well on PCM, it's still too demanding. Hello there, Shirolo. Nice emote. Interesting, Sakura. Specifically lowest. I was hearing people were moving the December server to deal with other events, like the one for Windows 3.1 in May, and apparently there's going to be a Windows 98 event in August. I just want to check like the rules. I know it's kind of like a soft launch, it's really close. I would like to participate, but I can't. I wouldn't like to do nothing but Windows 95 games. Like half the games I'm doing would qualify, so I would like use the tags when it is on the days I'm playing those games. I would just want to take a quick look at the rules, see if that's fine. If it is, I'll have it half of my streams probably. Those in games released for 98 in 2006. Man, Windows Vista, I really wanted to like Windows Vista. I really fucking wanted to like Windows Vista. Like, you couldn't find someone more willing to put up with their bullshit than me, but... like, Windows 8 is salvageable. Windows Vista isn't. He hate me hate getting a new computer. Like, I got a new computer for this shit. Windows 8, they very quickly released 8.1, removing the dumbest crap from it, and then it was kind of fine. I'll be a son of a gun. I hadn't understood that line before. You think it's totally fine? Yeah, that's probably what I'll do then. I'm thinking of doing an event of my own on October. I'm still thinking about it. But I'll probably just see what the event is about and then have that active for like the days I'm doing this stuff. Because I want to do the other game that they did that was educational game after this. Computer House, the ones that made Dracula in this game. I want to do that for like 30 minutes. I want to do clans from them. And I'm hankering for a mountain climbing game, and it's a very strong possibility it's going to be a Windows 95 game as well. I actually have came up with the event name on the organization team. I was talking about that, half hoping that you were, because you usually are. You guys talking about Vista? It was just so freaking sluggish. I swear to God, I was using Windows XP. I changed to a computer that was like twice as fast, twice as much memory, twice everything as my previous one. And it had Vista instead of XP, and it was slower. It was just outright plain worse. I don't have a problem adapting to like changes in their interface or how things are done. I'll complain a little bit, but I move on. I have been on Windows 11 since I could get it installed on my computer. But Windows Vista was way too fucking much. I actually used 2K for years, had a server motherboard with 2 CPUs. That is a little bit wild. Never used 2K. And I certainly never had a computer with more than one CPU. Those are probably a pain to find replacements for. Okay, let me update the map here before I get distracted. Let me make sure I didn't mess up the map. This. Now we're moving here. And then we move here. Was more stable than XP at the time. I've always heard that Windows 2K was the most stable Windows until like possibly Windows 7. And I believe it. And I think that's like the main problem people had with Windows Millennium, and I can respect that. The fact that it was kind of unstable. I guess I was just used to Windows being a piece of shit. Millennium was like same crap as before, but it looked nicer at least. He had a dumb name, right? I think people at Microsoft just went on and said, "Ooh, Windows Me, it's personal." I can't understand resenting them for that exclusively. Oh, I'm here. What? That's a different spot to be in. I'm gonna use all of my potions to get through this level. Ow, 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 ow. Stop. Die, die, die.
Blood, will I be a son of a gun?
Took a few weeks to get some of the changes. And Nintendo went, wee. Man, I don't. There's so much I don't like about the way Nintendo does things. I like the games. That's about it. I hate it when Nintendo makes shit choices and it works for them. Because it emboldens them. They are very anti-consumer. They are very traditional Japanese. They charge you for the privilege of being abused. Yeah. Like the only reason we put up with that shit is because, you know, at least they're making good games. Like, agree, you might have a different preference, you might disagree, but some of the stuff that they make is actually unique in a lot of ways still. It's not just nostalgia. At least that's how I feel. I'm just so freaking glad that at least with the Switch they were like, okay, 2 analog sticks, 1 D-pad, 4 face buttons, 4 shoulder buttons. Alright, can we agree? And they did, finally. Of course, they don't have analog triggers because they had to fuck up somewhere. That's so much better, man. Oh, here's a bunch of cool games. How many buttons do you get? You get 4. And then you can jerk the controller off if you want to jump or something.
Was that all?
Okay, we didn't take damage, so that was good. So we went here and we ended up on a room like this that has an exit up. You haven't owned a Nintendo system since the Wii. That's fair. I have a Wii U. And I've talked about this before. It is low-key the best Nintendo system you can have. This is a thing. Oh no, it's an... This is this exit, apparently. What? The Wii U is one of the best systems you can have from Nintendo because you can literally play all of their games up to Nintendo 64 and going over to the Nintendo DS with a native official emulation. And the DS you can like have 2 screens on the TV, one on the TV and the other on the pad or whatever you want to do. You can have like the pad like turned on its side if you want it. And it also runs natively with native hardware, GameCube and Wii games. And then you have the Wii U games, some of which have not been ported to the Switch. And that's before you start putting like emulation and stuff. That thing has an analog video output. You put RetroArch on it and you can have it output native resolution for whatever you want that runs on RetroArch. Can I not go here? Oh, I can't. It's just difficult to click. I took 1 hit. Please be only 1 hit. It was only 1 hit. There we go, very good. I'll accept it. I heard that the Wii U, like, it's kind of expensive today to get, which I'm not surprised about. I got one back then, and I'm glad that I did for those reasons. Is this anything? No. Surprisingly, we have absolutely nothing other than enemies around here. It's not the cheapest thing to come across. Sometimes the gamepad will fail. Yeah, I got one when it was new and no one gave a shit, so I got lucky. And like, you can have a native hardware GameCube that outputs to HDMI. You just have to be like, it's very specific in how you set it up to look properly. Because the Wii U has one of the worst upscalers in existence built into it. So if you play a GameCube or a Wii game and you have your Wii U set to 1080p, it looks like garbage. Like, I couldn't believe how bad it looked. So there is a trick to it. You have to set it to 480p on the Wii U before you launch the Wii side. Then it lets your TV do the upscaling, and then it's perfect. I literally put my Wii back on its box and I have it set aside. There's no reason for me to keep it. I have one of the original ones as well that has the physical GameCube ports. But I don't have a reason to use it anymore. Everyone that I see selling the Wii that has those ports, they lost the little lid, the little door that opens, that protects those ports. So you have the white Wii and you have this black strip where the port should be, where the cover should be, and you just have the ports. Like, do people just put their Wii's on the ground and kick it accidentally 5 times a day or something? How do you lose that? How do you break that? But they're all broken. I had a friend that wanted to buy one, he couldn't find one that still had the little cover. Yours fine? Did you mean fine? Or did you kick it around 5 times a day like I mentioned?
We can't wait much longer.
Yeah, the GameCube port cover on the Wii. It's like the same color as it, and it, like that. Oh, you don't have it anymore? Yeah, Necroring, welcoming. Talking about the GameCube port cover on the Wii. How do they lose it? Well, you can ask Lilo Uchiro. He's in chat, he can clarify. The hinges were fragile, have a young assembly. You started by saying the hinges are fragile, and I'm like, okay, you're just gonna be... And then you mentioned a younger sibling, okay. Okay, can't argue with that. Like, if you say that your dog ate your homework, like, what can I really... I can't really argue with that. You still have your Wii that you want to hook up to your capture card. Need to guess to what boss the cables had then to. The Wii came with regular composite cables, which of course composite, they look like shit. And it supported component cables, which back then were cheap and plentiful, not like the situation with the GameCube. I do have the component cables for the Wii. They look decent. There is an adapter that you plug into it. I think I have a friend that has one that turns the output into HDMI. I have no idea if that is any good. I think I'll accept it. This is an exit, of course. You have to notice that it's slightly brighter, so it has to be an exit. I don't know, this kind of looks like it's just combat level. Otherwise, the Wii U just gives you a clean HDMI output for Wii games. You have the component cables. Right. Well, I was talking about that if you weren't here. You can play GameCube and Wii games natively on the Wii U with HDMI output. If you set it up right, it looks as good, if not a little better, with the component cables on those systems. But there is a trick to it. Yeah, you have to soft mod it. Sure. It's fine. You can still use original controllers with it. Which is what I do. It's a soft mod. Nowadays it's simple and safe. It used to be a freaking mess. But people started paying more attention to it, so now there are good solutions for it. You can rip your GameCube discs on a computer or on a Wii to put on the Wii U. And then you can have them just on a thumb drive. It's fine. You can have your Wii U games on a thumb drive as well, which is what I do. This room is bullshit. I'll try it a few times, otherwise I might have to use a potion anyway. We got the cheap and the best. There you go. Carlão da casa própria. What the fuck? How did you get this account? Big Charles homeowner. It's what that translates to, if anyone is wondering. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. You can use the Wii U Controller Pro. I tried so much to get that, but I couldn't find one that wasn't used and looked like shit. Nowadays on the Wii U, the soft mod is so good on it that you can use a Switch Pro controller as a Wii U Pro controller, which is what I do, and it's seamless. So yeah, we live in it's a good time to live. When that happened, that's when I stopped looking for a Wii U Pro controller, finally, after many years. Can you stop missing? Yeah, you probably can. Did I save instead of load? I did. Okay, we lost 7 minutes of progress. It's fine. The Wii U also gave us another very good thing. It extended the life of Wii controllers. So we got eventually officially released, officially licensed, really freaking solid Wii controllers with Motion Plus embedded. I have one which took me like ages to find at a decent price, a red Mario one. So I don't have to use that monstrosity Motion Plus add-on anymore. Which I still have, of course, but I'm glad I don't have to use it. You ended up selling a Wii U since you ran out of games to play the entire exclusive game library of the Wii U. I have the entire exclusive library of the Nintendo U installed on mine. And like I was talking before, I have it replacing my Wii right now. My Wii is back in storage. Out of all the consoles I have, it's probably the one that I'm the least likely to sell. That would be the Wii U. Which is not how... Fuck! which is absolutely not how I felt about it when I actually got the console. I got it, you know, thinking, if we get a Zelda-like Skyward Sword, if we get a Mario-like Galaxy, then this system is gonna be great. I don't want anything else. And then it was a shit system, and I regretted buying it at the time. Now I'm glad that I did. I missed an attack that I could have taken. Okay, this is very good. I didn't take any hit. There is one more! I thought he was not going to come. I wanted to save. I can't save. I have to run. Okay, get away from the door and save. The game doesn't pause while you're on the save menu. Some that need a remaster will make our Panzer Dragoon games. Aren't there Panzer Dragoon games on Steam already? I'm pretty sure the first one is already there, at least. Just the first, okay, okay. That makes sense. Okay, let me see. Is this... Yeah, this is a passage down here. Another down here. This thing is like so freaking... It's encroaching on my map. I'll have to pull this outside again. Because I ran out of space again. Freaking map. So it's one to the top right, one to the bottom left. Missing Zwei, Saga, and Orta. So many games that we are missing. I'm worried about PlayStation 3 games, if I'm honest, because there's absolutely zero interest from Sony in terms of getting official backwards compatibility on those. They decided, yeah, cloud gaming is good enough. Fuck them, it's not good enough. So I'm worried. I have 2 PlayStation 3s. And I'm still uneasy about access to my library. Right, I did hear about Saga being an RPG game. Should give those games a whirl sometime. I keep saying how I'm interested in getting a way to capture my Saturn. I would need an upscaler, capture card, all that stuff. One day. Still regret not convincing your dad by a Sega Saturn? You can still do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. The good thing about a Sega Saturn is that you can technically soft mod it. Like you just stick a cartridge in it and there you go, it reads all games that you burn on a disc. You remove the cartridges back to stock. Retroarch does a good job at letting you play the games. That's true. That's true. I really wanted the original hardware myself. At least... I'll try to kill this guy. If I can kill this guy without... Oh, he's stuck there. No, he's not stuck. I really wanted the actual hardware for Saturn and Dreamcast specifically. Like, I'm not entirely satisfied with the emulation of those systems, and I included PS2 in there as well. I know people rave about PSCX, whatever the name of the PS2 emulator, and I appreciate that it exists. I don't like the results. Every game that I've tried to run looks weird. And I know, last time I tried was 2 years ago. Every month they redo everything and everything gets better. Yeah, Sunfall, there you go. I didn't even need to read chat, I knew it was coming. Best JRPG and best rail shooter. Interesting. That's a bold statement. I've talked about, but one of my favorite. Well, we talked about JRPGs before. I'm gonna keep. Oh, there was an exit here that I didn't see. Okay. It's a good thing that wasn't needed. I have to be careful checking for exits. Fucking game. Alright, so this one that does this. And it drops here. It actually has a thing that connects here. So if I go down here, I go to C. And if I go here and here, I go through B. I'm back here. Okay. I really need a proper PS2 BIOS to prevent most of the problems. I'll believe it. There are a lot of emulators, and including like the Mister, use like this custom like GBA BIOS, and every now and again there are like some obscure games that just don't work and you have to get the original one. If you just use the default, it's going to work incredibly well until it doesn't. Probably the best rail shooter ever. Isn't the best rail shooter ever Gamera 2000 for the PS1? Just asking. It is pretty ultimate. I actually have the disc burned to play on my PS1. I only played it for like 5 minutes. It's very high powered. It is super dope, not as good. Okay. Fair. I do have a fucking sweet spot for Star Fox 64, I'm not gonna lie. I played that when that game was released and I was just like, I couldn't believe. Including the Rumble, which was a freaking big deal at the time. Jesus, I wasn't even getting heartbeat sound and he killed him in one hit. Playing Order right now. Like I said, I need to get to those games. So many games, so little time. As our duck friend would say. You're gonna spawn all the way over there, that's your problem, not mine. Dumbass. Oh, another one. I was gonna save. I might be able to kill this guy before he gets close to me. Come on. There you go. That's a good bow, holy shit. What's wrong with a little cheese? Cheese is awesome, man. We get these pizzas from the supermarket. They're like normal, slightly bland almost. Then I bring them home and I just put like 2 thick layers of cheese. And I put into this oven, electric oven that we have that has like a really low like grill on top. And the thing just turns brown. It's fucking amazing. I just turned the blandest pizza into something divine. we still have 2 on the freezer. You play RTSs. Yeah, RTSs. RTSs are funny because those are one of those games that you know that the devs found their own cheese. And the game is balanced around that. Like, you can you have this certainty in the back of your mind that, you know, the devs were just like, man, this level is kind of hard, dude. They're gonna figure out the cheese, and then they're gonna just blaze through it. Like, so keep it difficult, and people will go, oh, it's too fucking hard, and then people will say like, you know, you want to play. And that's not a thing with old RTSs. You take like golden standard, well-balanced game like StarCraft 2, and you go play the Terran campaign. You know what you need to beat the Terran campaign in StarCraft 2? Marines and Medivacs. That's it. You can beat every level except for the single hero campaign levels, whatever. You can beat every level on the campaign with that. You can get most of the achievements with that as well. And it's awesome. That's what you want. Like, just find a ranged unit, build masses of it. That's how RTSs are supposed to be played. Metal Omega AI will counter rush you if you try the classic stages of CNC Red Alert. That's no fun. You want to crush the AI, you want to make it sorry that it's trying to take over the world. Can beat Terran, can't beat unless you abuse Marines team medic combo. Yeah. If it is on a harder difficulty, sure.
This is mine.
Is this something? These statues are like... Is this really nothing? There was a potion. I don't know if fighting those enemies was worth a potion. But yeah, I don't see... Oh no, this is... I'm gonna make sure, but I think this is just going up there. I can hear enemies. Okay, maybe I'm gonna give this a shot. If this is a passage down to the left, that would be very bullshit. It is! For fucking Christ, man, I almost missed that. I'm gonna show you guys, that's entirely bullshit. Devs, no, we could try all the same bullshit with the original game. Moscow battle is hell with how many airships the ice sends you. Yeah, like I said, they know the cheese. Yeah, they should let people have fun with the cheese. Yeah, I'm also not a big fan of going for mods most of the time. Like, dude, look, this is just the end of a room, right? If you get here and you click here, this is the other part of the room. But if you get here and you click, how wide is it? These two squares specifically actually lead into another room. Veteran players, your reservation, all the cheese. Like, these... This is absurd. There's no indication that this is an exit. This doesn't look different. I just happen to be looking mouse over it. This is like... prime material to just F off. After the last map, you're not surprised. Yeah, no, sure. There's a reason why I'm looking everywhere. That is one that I would not be surprised if people got stuck without finding. And if it was like, okay, you go in here, there's a potion. That's kind of fine. But no, it continues on. It's required. Okay, let me see. Maybe there is an exit over here. No, maybe there's an exit over here. Maybe this is an exit. No, it's just here. If you guys can't tell, the cursor changes into a hand when it's something you can interact with, like an exit. Okay, and I'm drawing a map. I know that I still have like 2 passages all the way back. 3 passages all the way back that I have to explore. When did I get the infinite zippy zapplers? Earlier in this level? Oh, you mean the healing potions, or you just keep grabbing them during the level? This level has a lot of healing potions, but it wasn't infinite. The pew-pews. Ah, that's from the bow. This bow was when I was stuck in the jungle for hours, pixel hunting everything, and then I found 2 pixels which were actually a bow. Like, if I had found the exit to the level, I wouldn't have this. It's just the bow that has it, obviously, yeah. Like, I was so freaking stuck that I checked everything. There were like 2 pixels that were like a bow. Don't need more than two pixels for a bow. Okay, that's not funny. Okay, time to drink a potion. Okay, there is a passage here, very clearly. And that's one hint you can get, and I did use that last level. We can hear enemies, so they have to be in an adjacent room, so you can use that information to know that there have to be adjacent rooms that you haven't been to. It just didn't work with the dragon. The dragon made no noise. The dragon was very silent. Okay, there's nothing here. 1 passage. Nothing here. 1 passage. Okay. We have gotten ahead here on resources like healing potions. Okay, no damage. There's a lot of potions. I don't see anything I can interact with other than going back. Let's see, these are weak potions, right? Okay, I can drink 2 of those.
Yeehaw, that's more like it.
Yeehaw! Right, other than that, there's nothing, of course. Remove this to make sure. Okay, so that was a bonus room with potions. We can still hear enemies, which means we have to go down here. Come on. This game would be so much better if it didn't have screens and screen transitions, if it just scrolled to the other maps. It should be possible because it is all a continuous map anyway. It almost feels a little bit lazy. It needs the Final Fantasy VII transition arrows. I was thinking about that yesterday. I'm gonna reload. Like, just have like a red line indicating where a transition is. Like something visible. I know they want it to be immersive and have the game be very gray, but still, like, have like a red line here. This is a transition. A yellow glowing square. Anything. Like they had to realize that it was going to be slightly confusing to find this stuff. I know they probably just didn't care, but... No, it's better this way, it's more immersive. Players will have a real sense of pride and accomplishment as they try to navigate our labyrinths. And then they'll find that one screen they couldn't find because of the bullshit pixels. And then they're gonna feel so freaking satisfied for having wasting their time. Ah, come on! And another hit? No. I was accepting like 3 or 4 hits. Again. Two hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7, 8. I was going to accept up to 7, I swear. These guardians have always been impossible to kill. I thought they were actually invincible before. It's been like 5 levels later and I can finally do something about them, but still bullshit. Come on. Okay, get back, get back. Okay, I'm trying to play this right. Just give myself as much space as I can and keep moving back. Health is very precious in this game. Okay, this is as far as I'm going to go, I think. One hit. Okay. One hit so far. Two hits. Okay, 2 hits. Fantastic. Quack, quack, quack. Yeah, hello there, Mac, quack, quack, quack. We're doing it. This level has no puzzles. Apparently, it's just truckload of enemies. I'm still mapping it because I don't trust the game. That's a special one. Thank you for the redemption. When I came with the original one and people starting to use that, I was starting to prepare that new one, and I just triggered it once and people complained I was cheating. Alright, so we are here and there's a passage to the bottom left. And I don't see anything here, including nothing on the bottom or the bottom right. Also, we're not gonna be finding any enemies on the bottom left because I can't hear any. Probably. No, there are. You can't hit the spiders with the arrows. Can we go to the left, top, bottom, right? We can. Is there anything here we can interact with? No. So I'm gonna give this room a name. I'm gonna call it Furnace. Right. It has an exit on the bottom right, and I can see a potion. Make sure there's nothing usable here. I do hear an enemy. I'm gonna leave a pot here. For now. Can't carry it. Oh, from this side you get enemies. Interesting. Okay, good. I took one hit is fine. Plenty of potions around here. Okay, do we have anything here? By the way, this potion is also hidden by the interface. So I'm gonna drink it now. Let me move it elsewhere. Like, that's them just being funny. Like, there's no reason to do that. Okay, that is a healing potion, yes. So I'm gonna have like a pot here as well. Reserve one if we need it. Nothing that we can click on. We can move this way, and I think this ends up in front of that statue that we saw from behind. Unless the stuff hidden like that hasn't been important, very small number of coins, cheating, healing potions. Yeah, that's fine. And a bomb, which is probably also useless. Now, in all fairness, maybe you can just call it a secret. It just feels weird that this secret is based on the interface. That's not the usual secret you find in games. Okay, that's one of the keys. Which means I'll need to drop this. Okay. Okay, he just quacked. It's fine. Anti-diegetic, yeah. equivalent when a character in a movie can see someone who's in their line of sight because the camera isn't currently showing them. You know what is worse? When you get an old TV series. This happens sometimes, I think, on... Trying to remember what was the example where this happened a lot. There was a popular TV series where this happened a lot. I don't remember what it was. Where it was filmed in like widescreen, but then it was cropped to 4:3 because no one had widescreen back then. And it was fine, and then they re-released it as Blu-ray or whatever, or on streaming as widescreen, where they uncrop it. And every now and again you see weird shit, like some dude holding the lines for the other character to speak, or someone that's not supposed to be in frame that shouldn't be there, or whatever. I don't remember that. There's a series where that happens a lot.
I can't wait much longer.
But I'm sure there are more than just that one. Let me make sure there's nothing else here. I'm gonna call this key because we got a key. Right, we have to find 3 keys on this level. That's one of them. We still have 3 passageways to check. And it is small on the ground, but it's visible. Not the smallest. It's more visible than this bow. Like, I don't think I can drop it. It's visible here. It wasn't visible in the jungle. I promise you that. Okay, so there's nothing else in here. Right. And no hidden exits. Okay, I'm gonna accept that this is done, and I'm going to move back, keep my finger on the map so I know where we are going. And then we move here. There's going to be a top left that leads to my C passage on the map. It's fine. And this one leads to the B passage, which is fine, and the top right we haven't been to yet. This is a passage, of course it is. I'm gonna put it on the map before I forget it. Yeah, you see this little brightness here is obviously a passage. We haven't found a single stat potion this level. I think we might not have any more leveling up to do. We would definitely have found something if we had. Okay. Well, that's a thing on the wall. We're getting more potions than we can use, which is kind of okay. Okay, this is very suspicious. This room is very suspicious. And I can hear enemies. Right, we can go through here, but this thing is closed. No, it isn't! You fucking... It looks closed. Come on. It looks closed. I swear. Like, it's good that I didn't, like, ignore it. I could have been like, okay, it's closed, no point. Okay, this leads to a room that has a passage to the bottom right and to the top right. Anything else we have here? Jesus Christ, I know you have been here already. And that guy is German, I guess. I know they just hack accounts. I wonder if the bots for best viewers and the bots for cheap viewers are competing actually. There is a thing here. The mouse changed. Okay, that's a secret. You don't need it, it's fine. Just a hidden potion. I feel like I'm going near a kid and I approach his ear and then I pull a quarter from behind his ear. That's how I felt pulling that potion. Okay, now we can use a potion, but I can do that later. Hello there, Atari Beer Pong. Welcome in, my friend. How are you doing this fine day? You missed the 5 hours of swamp. Okay. This is not a dungeon crawler, but I am drawing maps on hand here. I can't show it right now. Because the game has like the most bullshit passages that you just can't find. Look! It's another potion hidden behind the interface. Oh, what are they going to come up with next? Shit. Is this invisibility? Yes, okay, I don't care. Doing okay, editing some photos and chilling. Alright, welcoming. Chill around, my friend. Off to sleep. Alright, Necrane, thanks for stopping by. Have a good sleep. Take care, I'll see you around. Okay, so no exits down here. And an exit up, which I have already marked on the map. Alright, and I think we're gonna have some enemies on that side. Yep. Ow. No quacking, please. Watch your language. Okay, good. Okay. I'm gonna heal after we leave. I have plenty of potions on the floor. But let me keep going here first. Okay, so this leads to a room that has an exit to the top right and one to the top left. I think this should connect to the other area, so I'm gonna check there first. Pixel hunting for stuff. Nope. Nope, I don't see anything suspicious. Okay. Yeah, the spider is helping me. Little bastard. Alright, if I go here, it connects back here. Good. So this room connects both of these, and it has an exit on the top right. Make sure this is useless. Yep. Invisibility. Nothing else. Can still hear more enemies. Okay, if I die, I reload, otherwise I can use potions. These guys, yeah. Too many. Okay, I have to be careful and not save. That would be a lot of time loss if I save it instead of loading. Let me see, this should connect to the other one, and one of those two rooms should have something important. Oh, that's a Death Knight. That's one of the important guys. There are 3, supposedly, on this level. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to mark here that I killed a Death Knight. And there's a passage on the top left that probably connects to that room with the 3 ogres. Yeah, I'm gonna clear this area. I'm gonna use the... So maybe each one of these sections has 1 key on wand and 1 Death Knight. We kind of still have 2 sections plus the portal to go to. So maybe the portal is for the exit and the other 2 sections will have the other keys and Death Knights. That's my guess for now. What was the swamp solution? Welcome in, McCall. Some horse shit. Now I'm going to go back and show McCall because I actually had to look up on his VOD to figure it out. And McCall just like he's just clicking around on the map nonchalantly. Yeah, let's go here. Oh, a dragon. And I'm like, motherfucker. I'm gonna show you, it's not too far away. I missed the swamp. It's so cozy and moist this time of the year. I did all the difficult parts of the swamp, which was finding the seeds, finding the cage, the rope, finding the passage towards the gecko. And... is it here? No. I just didn't find like the secret passage, I guess. I think it's down here. Here, This is the solution to the swamp. I went through every screen yesterday, mapping, like, mouse overing everything, finding every exit and every hidden item. And I just happened to miss mouse overing this rock, this black gray piece of shit right here. This is obviously an exit, right? You go through a rock, right? It's a black dark mountain. Of course, you click right here. And look, it's actually a cave. Look, there's a dragon. The dragon is hiding because he's afraid of the gecko. So yeah. I'm gonna actually put down a save here. If anyone else comes around asking, I can show them again. Alright, this current level seems straightforward at least. It just has a truckload of enemies. Which I'd rather have than... It also has a truckload of potions, so it's fine. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. If I die, I reload. At least these two enemies. Yep. So we got 1 key, 1 death knight. We need 2 more of each, I think. I have been mapping the level to avoid falling to the same traps as the previous one. In my hopes is that this is a die by the sword kind of situation. And the last level is actually short, kill a boss, something. Okay, there are plenty of potions around. I'm going to drink one. Kill the last guy. Grab a potion in this room. Okay, is there anything else? This room has no exits. Let me make sure of that. Yep. Okay. I have potions on all of these rooms here. There's one here. There's one here, so let me drink one to open up space. Let me cross the potions from my list. I cannot come back here. And if anyone was paying attention when I talked about this yesterday, I got my modem replaced. It had been fried by the lightning. So yeah, we're back in business for now. This place has that red arrow, which is probably nothing, but I'm going to write it down anyway. So we got replaced. I got decent internet again. Hooray. There was much rejoicing. Okay, this is not a passage. Absolutely sure there is no passage down here. Crispy modem. Yeah, it was funny because it was like 2 very strong lightnings that struck very close to where I live. And I see the technician pulling up on his car, and he leaves the car. Like I hadn't talked to him, I hadn't written any message, there was no indication of what I needed. He pulls up on his car, he gets out of the car, takes a modem with him and comes towards my house. And I'm like, either he's being very efficient or he knows something I don't. And then he comes along and I start explaining, yeah, no, we had some lightning yesterday. And he's like, yeah, I've been going up and down the street, replacing everyone's equipments. At least they're efficient. Where is this? Here, okay. And then he told me that some of the people that he visited actually like fried a few TVs and computers and whatnot. I have a bunch of electrical protections in here. The modem was actually not fried, it was on, it was working. It was just the port from their cable that burned out because it probably received a discharge. The modem itself was still working, even the Wi-Fi was still working. You didn't need to spend an hour troubleshooting. Usually when I call a technician, I've already done all the troubleshooting. Like this one guy. This guy comes around looking tired because geez, sometimes his internet drops, sometimes it doesn't drop. What the fuck? And then he comes in and oh, welcome in. Let me show you something on my computer. I open up. I wrote a program that kept pinging the modem and logging the signal levels into a text file. And I showed him like, you know, here it dropped the connection here, it dropped the connection here, like 2 AM yesterday, 3 PM the day before. And he looks at it and he pulls his phone. There's a dude here, he actually wrote a program to monitor his signal better than we can. Because they can get like one read every 5 minutes. I had one every 30 seconds. So yeah, we need to fix his signal because it's actually broken. Alright, I have these two exits. I haven't been to these yet. So if I go straight up left, there's the portal that I haven't been to yet. I'm trying to guess that the portal is like the end. After we've gotten the key. So I think there's gonna be one key in Death Knight here, another one here. So let's try that. I can hear enemies. Let me be careful. Ah, he switched targets. I should have waited. I hate these guys. The Guardians. I like how the enemy dies and after he dies, Bahio goes quack. Alright, that's a slightly it has a delayed pain response. Took almost a decade to get a cable provider at your mom's house to finally fix the intermittent problem we had for 1 or 2 days after it rained. They ran a whole new cable, everything, but it still happened. So the cracked case at the trunk knew the water would leak in after it rained. You showed them charts, but they didn't care. At least the ones that came here did care about the charts. I always like trace around the problem, so when they come around I'm already like, look, it's the modem, or it's on the tap on the street, or it's like the cable running down here. Like usually when they arrive I already know what the problem is. This one time, I swear to God, I had been... This isn't a passage. This is, but this isn't. This one time I decided that I wanted to get a local copy of every console game ever released, up until the PS2 including. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna build up a local archive. If the internet blows up tomorrow, I still have everything. And it makes things a lot faster, of course. And then I downloaded all of it. It was like 14 terabytes. And I still have everything backed up over there. And then one day the internet starts to go intermittent, and then it goes kind of off, and I'm okay, let me call the guys. It's not my modem, it's nothing I can do. And then the dude arrives. Hello, good morning, etc. Let's take a look. And I notice he's looking around the house suspiciously. And okay, he comes in, he does some tests, and eventually he fixes it. And he said that During those 2 months, I was the second person in the entire region that downloaded the most data in a span of like a few days. And he was sent to my house specifically to check if I was running some kind of clandestine ISP operation, sharing internet with neighbors or something. And I explained, no, I was doing some backups, it was a one-time thing, don't worry about it. And he's like, dude, if you keep this up, you will get kicked out, and I didn't. But he said, you know why your internet stopped working? And then I swear I'm not making this up. He points out to the cable on the street, and he's like, you see that little thing up there? That's a tap? Like the signal gets there and gets redistributed to the houses around here. That thing got melted. We had to replace the entire thing because it was melted. And I'm just trying not to laugh in front of the guy. I was kind of proud. So yeah. That backup is not getting refreshed ever. Okay, I did not mark this room down here. Oh, that was close. No, please go! You duck. It's a good thing they're very dumb sometimes. Problem is when they're also fast. We haven't seen zombies in forever, I don't think they're coming back. Zombies were so good, they were just slow, they would just die. Alright, let me make sure there are only 2 passages. I see 2, no, there's a third one. No, there isn't. I saw a little light here, I was sure this was gonna be a passage. No, it isn't. Not this time, not this time. Okay, so let me draw this here. There is a passage here and a passage here. Is there nothing here? Is it just a little potion? I don't believe you.
Haha, this is mine.
Is there really nothing? I don't trust this game to have a room that has nothing. Unless it's on the way to another room. Well, I guess I'm gonna put a question mark on my map for this room. Still have to find the key in Death Knight for here. I think I'm gonna reload for this. Yeah, I can hear. I lost all my health already. Well, I'll try another one if I kill it without dying. I'll consider it. Yep, there you go. it's settled then. Yeah, I had almost full health. Right, let's try that again. I need to go in and come back quickly. It's just a little bit absurd because they're all right there. Yeah, and clicking back is difficult as balls as well. Because of the stairs. Oh, okay, but that's still a truckload better than the previous attempt. Yep, there you go. And we're not gonna be leveling up. We have done, I feel like, at least a third of the level, and they don't have potions for stats here anymore. Now, I can see a potion hidden behind this. Let me throw it to the other side so I can manage it. Is this a bomb? Okay, this is a thing. Let me save. Okay, this is a bomb. I'm going to try to guess that you put the bomb in here.
Yo, thanks.
What? Oh, that was just okay. That's. Wait a second. And you can't get rid of the potion or of the bomb without blowing it up. I want to leave the bomb on the ground in case it's necessary for something else. But I'm pretty sure these bombs are just for...
Clean cut, ready to rock. Yeehaw,
Okay.
that's more like it.
So there really isn't anything here. On this entire side, just a few potions and a bomb. That's worrying. There's only one way to go other than the portal now. If the other side doesn't open up a bunch, you might be in trouble. Much like the last bit of the game Landel just finished, this has strong, we're done with this game energy. You mean in terms of what, how the game is playing, or the way I'm playing it? The developers, okay. Like, the room just leads nowhere. Like, I have been saying that the game is very good, and I'll stick to my guns with that. I feel like if they put the some kind of marker where it transitioned to another screen, and maybe had like you hold Alt to highlight the names of the items on the ground, I think that would have been enough. The combat is not the most engaging, but that's easy to overlook. I'm still enjoying the game, I'm just paranoid all the goddamn time that I'm missing something. That's no way to leave. Reminds me of Hazard and being paranoid of soft locking all the time. Well, it was good, it led us to the best ending. But it was a little bit stressful. Okay, exits? No. Exits? No. Any of these interactable? No. So it's just one exit here. What game? Hazard. This Diablo-like where you can recruit up to 10 characters and you can have 5 at a time. I played it on stream. It's a Korean Diablo-like. It has a world map. You travel between towns and dungeons. It's fucking amazing. It's jank as all get out. But it's really... that game was so good. I'm starting to remember some parts of that game. You could barely use any spells because managing 5 characters was impossible. You just kept looking at the health bars on the side and it was bugged. The characters would start hitting each other. But still, I enjoyed that game. I think I liked it more than The Fate, which is mechanically superior and heavily inspired by it. But it had a couple soft locks. One of them was horrible. Twice I had to stop the stream saying I'll figure something out before the next stream so you can keep playing. One of those was really stupid. You needed a character to progress. I'm trying not to do too many spoilers in case anyone wants to play it. I needed a character to be able to progress. The way it works is you talk to the character, he tells you you should kill a guy. You kill the guy and he says that the guy drops an item. You kill the guy, you get the item, you go back, you give him the item, you progress the game. Now, the game is really bullshit in the sense that you can't just talk to the character, you have to... There is a sequence of events for the character to trigger that dialogue. All of those I had done because I explored everything, but I didn't do all in the correct order. Which is, find where you need to progress, talk to another unrelated guy that says that guy can help you, and then you talk to him. If you talk to him, then you do everything else, he doesn't tell you anything. So after doing all of that and talking to him, then you can do that. If you don't, and you kill the boss drops the item and the character gets deleted from the game. You can't talk to him and you're stuck forever. And I had to redo that dungeon just to test that, which I did off stream before continuing properly. There was another one that wasn't quite a soft lock, where I had to talk to a guy so I could get another character that was required for progression. But I was controlling 2 characters at the time, and you just select your characters and you move around. And I was doing that, talking to characters in town, and I talked to the mayor, which was important, and the mayor says, yeah, like, good luck, I guess. I talked to everyone more than once. It was the entire first stream doing that. And the character just didn't spawn, the character we needed. And the reason for that is that I was controlling 2 characters, and when I clicked the mayor, they would both walk towards the mayor, and the first one that arrived talked to the mayor. And I had to talk to the mayor with the other character because for some reason it had a different dialogue for the other character. And to the other character he says, this guy that you're looking for is waiting at this place, and then the character spawns there. It doesn't spawn if the mayor doesn't tell you he's supposed to be there. I think it was mostly lack of testing, but that made me on edge for the entire game. And even though I tried everything, I still didn't find all 10 characters. I found like 7 or 8. But I got enough to get a good ending. You said that this game has a strong vibe of we're done with the game. I feel like it has a strong vibe of okay, we need to drag the game out a few more hours, so let's just make a really large dungeon with a lot of enemies. What about puzzles and stuff? No, just make it very, very long. I'm still enjoying it, just... I really like how the character, of course it's all pre-rendered 3D, how it follows the light on the ground. Like if you get to a... well, right here specifically it didn't work, but usually gets brighter on illuminated spots. I always like when games do that. Okay, we're back here. We are contractually obligated to have one more area, but none of us want to work on it. How about a bunch of boring ass rooms with 0 puzzles, no stats, all the same enemies? Minimal effort, baby, minimal effort. Yeah, I mean, you remove this level because it doesn't have stat upgrades anyway. It doesn't change the game at all if this level is not here. And the rooms, like I visited at least 2 other rooms that looked exactly like this. Passage bottom right. No passages elsewhere. Another potion. Another secret potion. If I can carry a full belt of potions like that to the end of the game, that would probably trivialize the final boss. Assuming there is one, of course. There should be. It's either Rowena or the guy she's resurrecting, or both. Okay, there is an exit here at least. I was worried that this was going to be another dead end. There was a lot of health. It should be fine. If push comes to shove, I still have some potions left elsewhere. Okay, looks like a single down to the left. Oh, I see a chest. It's probably the first chest in the game. I bet you can't even open it. Of course you can't open it, right? That would make no sense. There is a chest, and you can't open it. Wait, there was a chest that I could attack. No, I can't attack this. Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. I'm gonna call this room chest. So if I ever look at this map again in the future, I can just feel offended. Like in some places they had these passages like this protruding from the room. Why couldn't they do that everywhere? Okay, nothing else here. Just a lousy chest that doesn't open. I took way too much fucking damage from those little things. Okay, one to the left, nothing on the walls, no hidden passages, nothing, okay. I don't hear enemies. Spiders don't make any sound until you see them. I hear the ogres on the next room. Ooh, another portal. One hit. Two hits. One hit per enemy is acceptable. That guy is a bigger problem. Okay, no hits from this guy at least. Okay, that's actually good. I didn't take any damage from those guys, so accept this. Hello there, Slayer Super Show. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate it. Welcome in, everyone, from Slayer Super Show channel. I'm Copert. I stream old games from Sundays to Fridays. Currently playing through Dragonfire: The Well of Souls.
Who are you and how did
Released
you
by
get in
Computer
here?
House in 1999.
Man,
It's
I'm
a
a
Diablo-like, where you can play as a pirate duck, and not just any duck, it's a pirate duck. It is an underused fantasy trope, definitely. We should have more ducks. And if you can play as a duck, why would you play with anything else? Welcome in, everyone. We're doing Super Mario World. I think I watched you or raided you when you were doing some of those Kaizo Mario things. Welcome in, Canadian Maple Gamer. Welcome in, Sakura. Welcome again. That's the second time you've raided me while already being in my channel. Pirate Duck, yeah. Yeah, ducking around, we use that a lot. He also says quack when he gets hit and quack you when he kills an enemy. Love-hate trying to get your first expert hack. Well, good luck for that, and Kaizo has to be a love-hate thing. Like you love the game and you hate yourself. Okay, one hit. I can deal with one hit. Okay, that's fine. He does say quack you. He also calls you stupid if you try to solve a puzzle and you don't. That doesn't work, stupid. He also has a very raspy voice. Oh look, more chests. They're just for decoration. I love it. And also... the game is bullshit enough that... Let me... I'm not drinking potions while I'm doing this, right? Oh, it's just making that sound. I want to show you guys very quickly. I have to change the exposure on my camera. The game is bullshit enough that I decided that it's safer to draw a map, so yeah. That's for this level. Previous level was this. Because it has a bunch of hidden exits. Like you mouse over a freaking mountain and suddenly you discover that there is a stupid exit there and you get locked out of the game because you don't realize it. So every time you have to like mouse over here, maybe this is an exit. No, is this this isn't an exit? I was gonna say like this isn't, this obviously is because it has the little cutting here. But no, this isn't an exit. You guys see what I'm dealing with here. Decorative chest, what a troll. Yeah, that's... Alright, Slay Super Show, have a good rest and post-stream care, that's very important. I try to stick around when I read other people, but I know we're tired. When that happens, go take care of yourself. You're in a lot of channels at the same time. No, that's fine, I was just kidding. But yeah, you guys are seeing some of the bullshit. You haven't seen the... You know, I've already shown this like 5 times on this stream, but I put a save file exactly there. Just so I could show it. Yesterday I ended the stream having spent 5 hours on the same level. No enemies left to kill because I couldn't find the dragon. I mapped the entire level, mouse overing everything, trying to find... I actually found a bunch of hidden optional items doing this. And okay, here's an exit, the mouse cursor changes. Here's an exit, the mouse cursor changes. You know what I didn't find? I didn't find that if you mouse over this big piece of rock over here and you click this piece of rock, it's actually a cave. That's the level of bullshit we're dealing with here. But it's a very good game, I swear. I'm still enjoying it. Overnight work. Well, around later if I get your drive right. Dragon Hunter Duck. Alright, thanks for the raid again, for dropping by. I appreciate it. Welcoming the romantic if I didn't welcome you in before, if you were here and I hadn't noticed before. Okay, this is Portal 2. Now because this one is really far away, I'm gonna take this one and see where it leads. A map from there. Quackacombs. That's not unfair at all. By the way, you have 3 lives, meaning you can die twice. And they don't refresh between levels, there's no way to recover a life. And I worry that the final boss is going to be such bullshit that... So I'm gonna drink a healing potion before going in. And I'll try to get away from the enemies, and I'll try to equip my shield before walking because there's no time to explain. Oh, I went on the other... It's random where you spawn. But yeah, the reason the game doesn't do a lot of puns involving ducks is because there are 4 characters to pick. The duck is just one of them. I was told that one of the characters has like heavy metal greaves, and the entire game is just clang, 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 clang while you move around. We just get a soft waddling. Much better. Alright, I have no idea where this is and how to map this, but there is an exit to the down right, so I'm going to put up here portal 2, exit to the bottom right. Good evening or morning, or yeah, it's 2 AM where I live. Absolutely nothing else, right? Okay. I do hear enemies, so let's try to go in and back out right away. No enemies here. It must be in there then. Oh, look. There are 4 exits to this room. You can only see 2. There's an exit here. There's an exit here. These are not the most hidden ones. It's fine. Hopefully we can find the second key and Death Knight in here. Okay. Enemies, pull back. I can't pull back. It's very specific where you click. Jesus Christ. There's the quack you. Please. I took 2 hits trying to leave. That room is bullshit. If I take no more hits, it's fine. I took 1. 1 should be fine. This, you like the stepped lighting on the square tiles. It's really good. That, yeah, they avoided it because one was a jungle, the other one was a marsh, and another one was a boat. The city level was really interesting. Basque. City was interesting. City had like the biggest concentration of puzzle per square feet. We went down on the sewers and we came back to a secret passage behind a bookshelf. And then we brought in a cat on a bag because the guy was afraid of cats. We dropped the cat in front of him and then we get the stamp. That level was really good. Okay, they gave us a potion here, so I'm not gonna complain. What is that? Is either... Ooh, big potion, okay. Okay, I have to be careful because there's an exit here. It's really difficult to notice. So I'm making sure I'm not missing anything else. Oh, there's no other exit here, so this might be a key. Let's see what this is. Ah, it's a bomb. I can't drop it. I'll have to reload. Did I save after killing the enemies? Ducking hell, yeah. I think I didn't. I didn't. My health is too high. Exit here. I have to memorize what pixel leaves that screen. At least I figured out the hotkeys for switching weapons. That knowledge helps a lot. Now the game has given me like 3 bombs on this level. I think they're not necessary. Unless you want to use them on like killing enemies. Okay, so again, there is nothing here and nothing here. So I'm going to put up an empty room and say it has a bomb. If for whatever reason we have to come back and pick it up, we have potentially 3 bombs to grab. And there really isn't an exit here. Okay, what about here? What we have here? I don't hear any enemies. Oh, they were very, very quiet. I don't think I can hit them like this. That would be way too nice. Shh. Okay, now they all come in droves, okay. Okay, 2. The other one is over there. Okay, if I kill them without dying, that's good enough. If I die, I reload. Okay, good enough. I'm gonna grab a new potion from there. Okay, so you have this room. I'm gonna call this a forge. It looks like a forge to me. And it has a potion, of course. Big healing potion. And let me see if there's anything, any hidden exits. No. What about here? Also no. What about here? No. Nothing. Just the potion. Eye of Sauron as forge. Well, technically he should have an eye up his ass. Although I don't think you call it that way over there. We have a very colorful expression down here when something is very expensive. We say it costs you the eye of your ass. I'm sure that doesn't make any sense. Usually comes with a gesture as well. That's like the eye of your head. Well, let me stop there.
Quack.
We have so many colorful expressions involving the ass, because our word for ass is really freaking short. Not ass, asshole specifically. The word is really fucking short. Like, it's one syllable, so it fits everywhere. It also causes trouble because it's often part of names of characters, so they have to replace it. Like, there is a Star Wars character from the 5th movie? 5th episode? No. 2nd episode, I'm inverting the order. Called Count Dooku. Now, ku means asshole in my language, and do means I give, so you're kind of offering your asshole. The name doesn't work, they renamed him Dokkan for release in Brazil. Count Dokkan. And that's not the first case, it's just the one that always comes to mind. It's funny because I get to Brazilian friends and I always have the piece of trivia. Did you know that, remember this character from Star Wars? Did you know that the name in English is I give my ass? Sounds perfect to you. Yeah, Emperor Palpatine would like that. He doesn't discriminate. Okay, He's an equal opportunity asshole kind of guy. So let me... When you think about what happened to Doku, it kind of makes sense. Yeah, he gotta beat a few extra assholes. Do it. I'm just remembering Palpatine just going, do it. Exactly at that point of the movie. That's so appropriate. Holy shit. What a waste of Christopher Lee. Yeah, that too. What a waste of a budget. The entire movie. Okay, there's absolutely nothing here, so let me... There's an exit here, of course. And when I can see, I didn't even move the mouse over there. You just sped off. Sorry to hear, I hope it didn't hit anything important. There is another expression. Like, there are truckload because Ku is so freaking short, he goes everywhere. Is that a key in the top left corner? No, but thank you for... Top left? Top left? No, there's a passage here. But thank you for asking. I'll gladly take any hints regarding that if you see something I don't. There's an expression. When you do... like... Why don't you buy this thing? And you get exasperated because you don't have money. And you say, well, I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna take it out of my ass with a stick. It sounds funnier in English, actually. Only if I take it. Yeah. I've heard that one said multiple times. Okay, he's busy. I can't. Okay, that's fine. Quick. I'm starting to remember more. Yeah, pull it out of your ass. There you go. In Brazil, they need a stick for it. I shouldn't be finding that so funny. I'm so sorry. And when you have someone at your home and they take something and like they put it, like they, I don't know, they take like a fork and they put it on the wrong place and you can't find it. Like, and you keep looking and you know that someone probably took it and stored it in the wrong place. And then, where is this thing? I don't know, so and so must have shoved it up his ass. Well, that works in English. Actually. But yeah. I remembered more obscene ones, but I think we've have... I think I should lay low for a little bit. I'm forgetting to map this. I'm too distracted with assholes. Ooh, okay. So let me... Right, this is like stairs. I'm gonna make a very small drawing of stairs here so I can understand what's going on. Too busy with that ass. I swear to God, I'm not going to spell all of it out. But I swear to God, there were like a few years during the early 2000s where I heard a lot of the expression, Like, you know, when someone says like, you know, in English when someone says something that is absolute bullshit and you just go like, yeah, my ass. We had an expression that was supposed to be used that way. I haven't heard it in years. Which is like the same expression, my ass, same expected impact. But the actual expression was my dick in sunglasses. I swear I'm not making this up. It just sounds so absurd. I forgot how absurd it sounds. It's your thing, Larry Bird's story, alright. I don't know if you guys heard what I said because I started laughing midway through it. I apologize.
This is mine.
Please do repeat. Hello there, Shinlockdin said, so that sounds like a trap. But again, there was an expression here in Brazil during a few years in the early 2000s, equivalent to my ass when someone says something you don't believe, which was my dick in sunglasses. I'm pretty sure I saw someone on Counter-Strike with that nick. Well, another set of stairs. Wait, I'm forgetting to map. Oh my god. Okay, another set of stairs. Yeah, that. It wasn't specifically sunglasses, it was just glasses, but the metric doesn't work in English if you don't specify the type of glasses. In Portuguese it sounds like meu pau de óculos. Oh man, what has this thing turned to? I knew I would have some... I was warned I would have days like this. Korea Heart approves of that vulgarity. Yeah, there's... I'm not gonna keep thinking of examples, but there is all sorts of...
This is mine.
all sorts of things like that. Every language does. Okay, is there anything else here? Are we heading towards more stairs? Okay, more stairs. Map is getting big here. English vulgarity is pretty inventive too. The internet normal, so everyone's injured to it. Yeah. Yeah, some stuff is like completely inverted in terms of values. I find that fascinating sometimes. Like, you guys had a thing, I don't know if you still do it. I know it was kind of popular in the 70s and the 80s called mooning. Where it's offensive, like, yeah, they have it in like freaking Braveheart. Like that scene in Braveheart where the entire line of soldiers just turns around and moons the English army. That scene makes no sense here. Like, why would you show your, like, in terms of like our culture, I guess, why would you show your ass unless you're offering it? You know, like, when you say you... I don't know. Those cultural differences are so fascinating to me sometimes. Oh shit. Oh shit, Guardian is trying to come over to me. There are potions here, I'm not gonna bother too much. Steve! Sorry for not enough of a warning. I tried. Certainly in England, the UK in general. Really? No, I have more recent saves down there. When it was a thing in the US, like if movies are of any indication of it. And still, until it started becoming regarded as a form of sexual assault. It makes sense, right? You at least wound one person when you were a little kid. Yeah, that wouldn't fly up here like... You start wounding people, someone would take you up on your offer. You wouldn't want that. I mean, maybe you would, I'm not judging. That was a lot of damage, holy shit. On the school bus, there was a lot of moaning out the window. That sounds so... I know, I can imagine. It just sounds so alien. Like, are we talking about human children? Okay, let me see if I can get one at a time in here. Nope, 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 nope. Further back, maybe. Yeah, one at a time. There we go. I'll still have to drink a potion. Form an orderly line. There is ducking for everyone. Come get your ducking. Maybe? This level is way larger than I was saying. This level is pretty large. It's even more than I was giving it credit for. Now I have to know that there is a potion on the previous room that I didn't take. Then this one is probably leading to another set of stairs. Are any of these potions small? Nope. Whatever, I'm gonna drink one anyway. I think I didn't feel my health, so it's fine. Please line up nicely for a disembowelment. Thank you. Please form an orderly line. Yep, more stairs. My map is getting confused. I'm glad I drew the little stairs inside the squares. It makes it a lot easier to understand. Ooh, the Death Knight. Okay. Okay, we still have to find a key. I don't have to look at what's going on. I'm a little bit worried because we should have found the key in this area with the second portal. But there's nothing here other than the Death Knight. Okay, that led us to a room with the Death Knight. I should have suspected without the stairs. DK. Donkey Kong. No, Death Knight. Does it go elsewhere? No. And we haven't found a key. Donkey Kong! DK. Donkey Kong is here. I've listened to that song an unreasonable amount of times. Haven't actually played the game. Yeah, DK rap. Alright, so there's nothing else here. Oh! Oh, this is a nice detail. I think this is like the top of a statue. There's a thing here that we probably have to use an item with. If Tony Hawk gave me a handful of cooked spaghetti, would I eat it? Tony Hawk seems a pretty straightforward dude. Like, I think that there are worse options in terms of like people that would hand you cooked spaghetti. So yeah, I would probably thank him. Oh, that's nice, dude. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna write down that the keyholes are here. Okay, so we found the keyholes. That's a big thing. These three probably open something here, and this leads to the next level. Good. Better than getting from the cashier at Walmart. There you have it. Like we know what Tony Hawk did in his life, so we can get an idea of what he has done. I don't know. The cashier might have like, I don't know. Like I said, it's a stand-up guy. He really looks like Tony Hawk. Did you know that? People keep saying that to him. It's so funny. It never gets old. You don't read Twitter anymore. You can still call it Twitter. It's still Twitter. I call it Twitter just to, in hopes that someone gets pissed off with it. How do we... Okay, I was worried that we couldn't go back because I wasn't finding this style. Used to love reading Tony Hawk, talking about all the people who thinks he's a lot like Tony Hawk. Yeah, look, this statue that keeps going up. We see the different parts of it. These are the hands. Yeah, but that was what I was mentioning. He has all these stories. So did anyone ever tell you that you look like Tony Hawk? And you're like, yeah, no, I get that all the time. He usually doesn't correct people, which is amazing. Didn't someone once ask Bill Murray for an autograph on their forehead? And Bill Murray autographed like Justin Bieber or something on their forehead. That was pretty good too. I hear he's kind of a dick, but you know, as long as he's being a dick, I don't know, in a funny way. Alright, I'm slightly worried that we didn't find a key because we only have... We have one exit and one portal. Well, there could be one key on each of those. Because the other portal is not for the exit of the level, this is. So that's fine, I think we're still fine. He's a terrible person. Even a terrible person has the right time twice a day. Yeah, I've read that he's the stereotypical tired asshole most of the time. Yeah, but from what I hear, he's... If he would keep to himself, he's an asshole because he doesn't like the attention. So... doesn't make it okay, but... is not required to be nice to people, if that makes any sense. Yeah, no, I thought this might be a key, but it isn't. Absolute fuck it, Harold Ramis over what Ramis made him world famous, which is very, very uncool. Right, well, I was not fully aware of that, then he's just an asshole. I usually don't read much about that stuff, just because I just assume that everyone is an asshole anyway. It's usually a safe assumption. When it comes to, you know, public figures, I'd rather be surprised with the exceptions than expect different. Okay, Portal 2, we go back down here. Okay. But yeah, no, if that is the case, he's an asshole. I'm not gonna... I regret making excuses, I take it back. Lisa got Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day out the partnership. Quote, Brush, maybe everything isn't hopeless bullshit. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I have a very strong opinion that I like art. I'm not in general a big fan of artists. Of course, with notable exceptions, and obviously that usually doesn't include small artists. You guys know what I'm talking about in general. So I've learned from a young age to just separate the art from the artist. Otherwise you can't enjoy anything. Like, I hear people sometimes boycotting an actor or whatever because he did something very reprehensible, and I respect that. I don't criticize it or anything. But if you refuse to watch movies that were acted by or produced by people who did very reprehensible things, you would never watch a movie again in your life. Which is a, you know, if you want to do that, more power to you. Just, I think people don't realize that sometimes. Doesn't excuse their behavior. I think they should be punished within the law for certain things. You know, the really reprehensible stuff is illegal anyway, they should be punished for it. I don't think you should... Oh no, they're not gonna be punished because they're rich, we should not watch their movies instead. That's not a punishment, you're punishing yourself, not them. Most of the time. I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to defend people who do lousy shit. Definitely not. Okay, there's nothing in this room. Was this directly from here? It was. Okay. One exit to the bottom right. Okay, more of these weird lamps. Is the exact... Look at the room. Look at this room. Look at this room. They're the exact same room. They just moved the lamps and the doors and they added that thing. Like, that's... Yeah, they were just betting this level, unfortunately. I hate betting, but... it's fine. Music for this level could be better. Yeah, we're done with this fatigue. Yeah. we have been talking about that. It definitely is. Okay, there are some enemies in here. I can hear them, and they're gonna be fighting amongst themselves a little bit over there, which is good. Every time I change weapons, the game freezes for a second. You just can't keep all the sprites in memory. It has to reload every time. Quack. Okay, I see a truckload of potions here, big potions. But I don't need there. I keep forgetting where I am on the map. It's all over the place. I see an exit to the down left. Is there anything else in here? I do like how it's all pre-rendered, actually. Like, you get this nice reflection of this lamp over there. Yeah, they could actually make it look a little bit better by doing that, but I have no complaints about the graphics. Except for, like, the exits that don't look like exits, but we have been been over that already. I should have reacted to this faster. And I don't know if that is... I'm trying to... No, I think that's a different portal. Please die, thank you. I can deal with one. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 hits. 2 hits. Please no third hit. Of course, third hit. Okay. It's fine. You have a lot of complaints about the graphics in the fucking swamp. What? Just because it all looked the same?
For revenge.
It's a swamp. It's the sewer level of medieval games. Medieval fantasy games. If you make a game and you put both sewer levels and swamp levels, man, fuck you. Like, pick your poison. Stick to a lane. Okay, I'm going to write down here portal, but not number it, but I think this is not the same as portal number 1, even though the room looks the same. I think the orientation is different. This is gonna be... I think we're going to teleport to a room where the exit is to the top right. No, completely wrong. It's a completely different place. Okay, this is a different portal, which is good. Yo dog, I put mud in your mud so you can see what you can see. Not your ideal choice of graphical design. Why, you're not a fan of mud-oriented level design? You just add all the mud first. You just put down all the mud for the level. Right? Once it's fully covered, you start to remove it to reveal the layers of the level. Like, it's a much more... Like, you look at a pool of mud and, like, the level is hiding beneath it, waiting to be exposed. Only mud you like is muds. I played those. I was actually thinking about those earlier today. Like, you know how to tell someone is old? They used to play online RPGs using Telnet. And then the mud clients with color text came along and we were like, ooh, color. And then there were the really fancy ones that could even draw a map for you when you were like, holy shit, we live in the future. You remember? Yeah, me too. It came bundled with Windows, so you didn't have to download anything. It felt so magical. I played so much of those. I played more MUDs than actual text adventures. Upgrading to color, yeah, it helped so much. And then you started to get those, like the servers started improving as well. Then you had a system that kept like stats on the screen or whatever by reprinting them every time. MUDs had a lot of evolution back then. They died because of graphical online RPGs, but they were pretty magical for a moment. Right, let me fix my map here. This is new, which means we have... This is Portal 3, we still have Portal 1 to explore. So I expect to have a key on both of those and a Death Knight in one of those, because we have killed 2 Death Knights already. You played it until 2004. Interesting. I kind of stopped when I started playing Ultima Online, which was 2001. Okay, let him kill all the snipers, all the spiders. And I can't hit him because he's stuck there. Very good. I think there's an exit to the right here. Oh, he died before the spiders. I messed up. Well, I didn't take damage from him, so it's fine. I took 3 hits from the spiders. Well, it's fine as well. Oh, there are 4 exits here. You're enough of a nerd that you wrote a board game survey play via Telnet roughly a decade ago because it's your nostalgia. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I had the... Man, if I had the knowledge, or if I knew how to get the knowledge of programming as a kid, I would have done so much weird shit. I talked about how when I was a kid, I wrote a choose your own adventure style of game on a little notebook. I wrote on a bunch of papers, then I randomized the pages, then I transcribed it to a notebook, a small notebook. And then eventually when I had my computer, I learned enough batch scripting to create a .bat file that you could play the choose your own adventure with. I was so freaking proud of myself. That's the total amount of programming I did as a kid. Oh, I was talking about freaking zombies, how we wouldn't be getting zombies again. Yet here we are. Is this going to be some kind of lousy trap bullshit? It looks like a trap room. Let me write down zombies. That's a good reference for this room. Actually learned some really cool Python meta programming tricks writing it too. Actually supports dynamically regulated. I'm impressed, Sunfall. That sounds amazing. It sounds almost as... It sounds cooler than when I managed to write a game server for this weird online RPG thing I worked on that managed to handle like hundreds of concurrent users while using a single thread. Just because I thought, you know, fuck it, I'm not getting paid enough for this. Let me challenge myself while I do this. And I learned how to use this thing called select, where you can wait on a bunch of file descriptors at the same time, and I use that to wait on sockets. And I would just like keep looping and treating everything. They were gonna have like multiple instances of the server running on the same machine, so there was no reason to make it multi-threaded. And then I had the main game logic run on a timer that also responded on the same select command. Working for LGOOG. You're working for the alphabet. Killed your joy of recreational programming. You haven't worked in it in years. Yeah, like I said, I get that. A part of my burnout with playing video games was kind of happened because of working in game dev. I recovered, luckily, but it can't kill your joy of doing that stuff. I still do recreational programming, but I don't seek it out. If I figure out there's something that I can cook up a neat solution to, then I will. My most recent recreational programming was like this overlay and that EAT screen back there. And my translation script, which I use as an opportunity to actually learn Python because I do everything with Java. Select tools are mainstay of mod programming too. Nice. That makes a lot of sense. What doesn't make sense is where I used select, what language I used. I didn't make the server in C or C++. I wrote it in Java. And Java also has select. And threads in Java are really easy, so I didn't have a reason to, but I really liked the end result. I'm one of those weird fucks that actually likes programming in Java. What is the... oh, it is an exit, okay. This was... bottom left. In bottom right was nothing. Let me confirm because I didn't map it. And unfortunately, like 13 hours, I should finish this game today, but I don't think I will. Because I had to look through Macaw's VOD and I think he was done with it in like 8 hours. Then again, he's a professional. You probably didn't spend like... yeah, if you remove the 5 hours I wasted, I would be at 8 hours right now. Also, if I stop talking about assholes. So this and these are not exits. This is a weird one. At least it's obvious. This looks like a sequence of semi-looking rooms like the stairs. So we should be heading towards an objective. Whenever it gets too repetitive, you know you're in the right way. Each room has a different type of enemy, again. It reminds me of freaking Dante's Inferno. That game is actually good, I like it. The thing is, you're supposed to go through all the circles of hell. And you go in, okay, gluttony, okay, this sounds interesting, and I don't remember what all the circles were, but they were really good. And then like 4 circles in, they run out of time. And then it's like a bunch of gray, nondescript challenge rooms for the final circles before you go to the final boss. Like, you don't need to know anything about games. You don't need to have any experience to realize that that was lazy as fuck. Yep, they just phoned the rest of the game in. Okay. 3 exits. I'm hoping one of them has a key, maybe another has a Death Knight. We don't actually need to kill the Death Knights, I think. Wait. Okay, now it worked. This is very easy to get lost in. I'm glad I'm mapping. What Dante game? Dante's Inferno, the PS3 and Xbox 360 one. Because I know there are a bunch of, I should have specified because there are a bunch of old Dante's Inferno games. It's really good material for video games, but ooh, it's controversial or something. The Electronic Arts one, the God of War clone. That game was actually enjoyable, I did like it. If it was a full game, I would recommend it. Only reason I don't is because it's so depressing that it just... yeah, screw it. At least the fucking final boss has a donkey dick that flops around. That almost makes up for it. My headphones died. They're back. Okay, it was just the headphones. I should just look at Guile's code, and it's select driven. Yeah, that I love actually using select. It makes so much sense. But yeah, I showed it on stream, a piece of a interview with the devs where they were discussing like how they had a slider to control the length of the dick, and another one to control the floppiness of it, to get it just right. And you can see them discussing, is it dangling enough? Is it dangling too much? Does it need to dangle more? And one of the dudes was like, no, I kept playing with the slider to the max. He was flying around and the thing was just dragging on the floor. And that's on the extras actually. I watched it on the extras on the PS3 version. They must have been really proud of it. The guy looks really proud. Once I'm done with this stream, I might still have a super cut that I made of it. I was going to use it as a alert, but I decided against it for reasons. Wait a second. This is the left. No, this is fine. This is fine. I was scared for a moment that this is a teleporting maze, but no, this is not a passage, even though it looks exactly like the other one. So I'm going to cancel the marking here. So yeah, you guys stick around for another 10 minutes. I'll show it to you guys. I have like a 25-second cut because they really dragged the segment about his dick for like 5 minutes. Seriously, you can buy PS3 games where there's like 5 minutes of dudes talking about a dick. From Electronic Arts. It's in the game. Alright. I think there's like zombies in these rooms. Yeah. Okay, this down doesn't go, but this right does. Okay. This really doesn't go anywhere. Okay. If I could clear this side, this portal, that would be good enough for me for today. Okay, this leads to a place with potions and a bomb. Do I need a potion? These are small ones. I could have one. I'm full health already. Right, no other exits. Carefully look. Alright, dead end. We have only one more place to check for now. Which is down here. There is an exit here, and I think this is just fancy. Okay, these rooms look like trap rooms, but they aren't. Jesus, I have my map is split in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts, and it's a fucking mess. Quack. Yeah, that's too many skeletons. Okay, change of plans. Two-handed. Yeah, I'll go back for the potions. On the way back, I'm sure I'll have to walk back. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not taking damage from skeletons like I used to. Okay, so this room leads... Ah, shit. There was another thing. It leads into a room that has an obvious exit on the top left. Does it have a non... It has a non-obvious exit on the bottom right. And that's it. Let me have this potion. Okay, let's go for the non-obvious one before I forget. I just realized that the game doesn't have ranged enemies, which is surprising. They would be very annoying. Other than the dragon, but not supposed to fight the dragon.
Was that all?
Was that all? You lost some health, my friend. Okay, there is another exit. I'm going to pull this up. Running out of space on my paper again. The Dargo was ranged, doesn't really... Yeah. Sorry, Sunfall. I'll wait longer next time. Goddamn, stop interrupting me, streamer. Can't you see that I'm typing? So rude. And yeah, there's plenty of like non-obvious exits in here.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock. Okay, so there is no exit here, but there is one here. I'm running out of time. I would love to find a key before ending the stream at least, so I have the other portal to go to. This looks cool. Alright, yeah, if they hadn't padded the level, you would get all this variety less stretched out. This looks really fucking cool. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there are exits here. This isn't connected. Rooms like these are rare, where you have exits that you can't get to. We're gonna come from the other side, I'm sure. Okay, I'll have to connect this elsewhere because I ran out of space. So my map is now split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts now. Right. And I'm not gonna mark the exits on the bottom right. I'll pretend that's a separate room. Will make more sense. Okay. Yeah, we are on map split letter D for duck. Labyrinth / Azure vibes. Yeah, no, this is... We're going to come through here, aren't... No, we're not. This looks really cool. It has one problem, of course. It's fucking dark. It would be so much better if it wasn't this dark. I really like games dark in the late 90s. And then they improved by making them brown and green. Now, why did game devs hate colors so much for so long? Okay, that's the Death Knight. There's a new weapon and a little potion, and maybe that leads to... Maybe something leads to a key somewhere. Still not finding any keys. With the ice stain that some of these last 300 rooms have inflicted. Yeah, it's... You actually go around for that. Ah, shit! I was looking at the map, you dick. Okay, that's the last Death Knight. Time to get quacked. Can you arrow snipe? Maybe. I should have Yeah, never mind. That's what happens when you are late into your stream. You forget the obvious. They didn't have a wall, they probably intended for you to just arrow snipe. Let's cut them some slack. He dropped the key. Okay. I can dig. Okay. DK/key. We only need one key and we have one portal. That's the first time in the entire game that an enemy has dropped an item, by the way. Yeah. God damn it, Sunfall. I swear I hadn't seen your message. I know you typed it first, I'm sorry. The Dreamer's Axe. Right, because we have Sword of Iron Fist and Bow of Fucker. So our two-handed weapon is not named, so yeah. We don't need money anymore, like we finally have like 700. We haven't got money or a shop in ages. I'm so sorry. I'm still not saving over that file with the bullshit. Oh, this is just for show. Okay, so we got the Death Knight and the key. We have to go back. Here, there's still a passage. Before we end here, let me check that last passage. And then we only have the first portal to check. That should have the final key and no Death Knights. Should be done with the Death Knights. Oh, look at the duck waddling around with a freaking, like, battle axe. It's almost a freaking halberd. Halberds are cool. I used to equip nothing but halberds in Ultima Online. Ducks with Axes coming this summer on Spike TV. Ducks with Axes from the same producers of Fucks with Asses. Terribly sorry. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I would watch that Ducks with Axes TV show. It sounds like a good time. Okay, I'm following up with my map here. And we're going to get to a room that has two exits, top left and top right. We're going to take a quick look at the top left. It's probably just an empty room. That zombie took 2 hits from the axe. I call shenanigans. A bomb. Bomb. I'm gonna drink that potion.
That's more like it.
Okay, let me hide the interface, of course. And I'm gonna put this duck next to the portal we have to take. And it's a good little ducky. That's the only thing we have left. Portal number 1. That has to have the key. Nope, 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 not up. I mean, yes, up. Then top right. Oh, just up again. It connects to a bottom left. Then top right. Portal. Portal. Yeah, you one click to get close and another click to actually use it. That's how it works for every item, including portals. Yeah, there's a big potion, but we are full on health. And now we keep going straight to the top left. At the end we're gonna take a right, then another top left. Right, this is the entrance to the level. We have 3 more rooms. It's not strictly necessary to map it. I think I would have figured this out without mapping. It does make it a lot easier. Especially when it is like the largest level. Okay, we're gonna take a top right here. Which looks like it's closed, but it isn't. We take a top left. Yeah, the only puzzle in this level is grab the keys. And this is Portal 1. And there's no exits other than this. Let me note here. Portal 1. Bottom left. I'm gonna save the game in a couple different slots for good measure. There's also the quick save. I'm gonna stop the timer and we're going to come back to this game next week.